Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video. Just wanted to start this video off by saying that this is probably my longest and probably the most valuable video that I have on the channel to date. Hope you guys enjoy and really take everything in. Grab a notebook, grab a pen, get ready to take some notes. Cold Email Mastery free YouTube course. And just as always, enjoy the video, guys. Let's get it, kings. All right, the boys are in need, okay? A lot of you guys are in need of some cold email guidance, and that's why I'm not gonna wait around anymore. You guys need to feed your families. You guys need to put food on the table. This is a completely free cold email mini course, completely free on YouTube. I took some elements from Wi-Fi Money Masterclass and actually placed this on YouTube. I want you guys all to be applying this to your own cold email strategy and outreach for your SMMA. So let's dive right in, guys. It's my holy grail. So please make sure that you guys whip out a notebook, pause the video right now, grab a notebook, take a lot of notes, and actually bookmark this video, like this video, because this is a golden nugget. Along with a lot of my other videos are golden nuggets. So let's hop in and dive right into the cold email mastery course. So a lot of you guys are asking, does cold email even work? So let's take a look at the left-hand side of the screen. I searched up Calendly, and yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna say. All right, so let's move on to the next slide. So in this training, what you'll be learning, by the end of this training, you'll be learning how to use and actually effectively utilize cold email as a tool to help you gain more prospects, get more book calls, and fill up your calendar, okay? So actually, let me just hop back to this slide once again, all right? So some of these calls are actually booked from paid lead gen, but around 40% is booked from cold email, all right? For all of you guys who are saying cold email doesn't work anymore, please go away. I don't want to hear any of that shit, all right? Still great, but it just takes work, and you guys need to put in the fucking work. We'll also be going through one of my scripts and example emails that I actually used to land a 5K per month client just last month, and also the tools that we'll be using to actually help us, enable us to use cold email effectively and making sure it's a smooth sale, all right? Okay, so how do you send emails which generate replies? We'll be going through that right now. So before that, why should you even send cold emails in the first place? Why are you guys even doing that? Is it just because everyone else is saying that you should do that? And if you guys are just listening to their advice and kind of just doing what they do, then no wonder you guys are not generating replies and book calls with cold emails as well. Cold email is actually how I consistently land clients, along with my other two strategies, which is paid lead gen and also LinkedIn prospecting and also Facebook groups. Kind of a high caliber in terms of SMMA agencies. I still do cold email. All right, so there's no reason you guys shouldn't be doing too, and I wanted to show you guys the power of cold email so that you guys can effectively land more clients. Why else should you do cold emails? Well, you get good at writing copy, you learn what's good, what the market is reacting to and what the market isn't reacting to. Doing R&D, research and development, seeing why are you getting responses, why are you not getting responses, why are you getting book calls, how are you getting book calls, from what offer or what kind of structure of your script are you getting offers. Split testing, you learn how to do split testing by writing cold emails. A lot of people avoid the hard work because they just want the money quick. Put in the fucking work and do the work. If you do the work, listen to what I have to say, and actually apply the steps to your own business, you're guaranteed to get results. All right, that's a guarantee. So understand how your offer fits into the marketplace. So, the market is king, guys. All right, just because you have a great offer doesn't mean it's going to sell well. Writing cold emails ultimately allows you guys to really, refine your offer over time, reiterate that and make improvements and send more cold emails. So it's kind of like a feedback loop. It lets you really figure out what your market wants, what they don't want, and how well your marketplace really, responds to your offer. If it's a shit offer, your market will tell you. If it's a good offer, your market will tell you. Most people are just sending shit offers, not personalized, not enough volume, and that's why you guys don't see results. You guys give up on the 5th day or 7th day. And maybe some of you guys are even sending emails which are landing in the spams and promotions folder. You're not warming your email sender properly. The fourth thing, which is super important, and one of the leverages you guys have, of sending cold emails compared to cold ads is that you're able to personalize each and every single email to the respective business owner on the other side of the email. But compared to a cold ad, which is, you just run like a kind of like a cookie cutter kind of ad to, a certain interest on Facebook or a couple interests on Facebook, right? But, personalization is really strong here, guys. Utilize it, and because personalization is a strength of cold email, there's no reason why you shouldn't be personalizing your emails, okay? So what are the downsides of cold email, right? I always preach, cold email is really great, but what are the downsides? It doesn't build leverage. You're using, let's say, 5 minutes of your time to find these business owners' emails, personalize that email, and send that email. Let's say it takes you 5 minutes, and then you kind of hope to generate a reply. It doesn't really compound over time. You're kind of spending time every single day, unless you hire someone or hire a VA to do that for you, which you guys should be doing along the line. But if you guys are starting off, it doesn't build leverage. But you guys have more time. Most of you guys are young, hungry entrepreneurs. I love you guys because I was there once before. But all in all, it does not build leverage. It does not have the compound effect on its side, but it's still a great way and a beautiful way to send outreach and really get your brand out there. And secondly, it's outbound prospecting. You're not getting inbound leads. You're not getting book calls on automatic. You guys really need to be sending that every single day. Yes, if you have a system down for cold email and you have VAs working for you to build those icebreakers, to actually personalize your lines for you and also research, behind the brand that you're reaching out to, it is an automated process in your agency, but it's not a method of, getting calls which you're getting consistent inbound leads, right? So that's the second downside of cold emails. You're not getting automatic and inbound leads on the daily. And thirdly, you get a really low booked call rate. And I mean, this applies to all forms of outreach, even on LinkedIn, Facebook, and even like running ads. But if your niche is established well, you can actually control that. All right, you can actually you can actually control the fate of your cold emails if your niche is established well. If you listen to what I have to say across all of my videos, I always say to you guys, always pick a niche, always serve one niche, always serve one industry, always solve one problem. All right, if you have all that four down, then your chances of getting more book calls will drastically increase. All right, so what should you expect when you're sending cold emails? Well, for our agency, we're getting around a 40 to 50% open rate. We've split tested, the subject lines for a long time now, well over 8 months. And, the open rates, when we were first starting out in January, Adrian and I were testing out a few subject lines. And we were getting around 15 to 20% open rates, which is still pretty decent when you're starting out. But, throughout the process of, refining and iterating our subject lines, just like how you're supposed to do for every single aspect of your cold email, you should be, testing, split testing CTA, split testing, icebreakers. You should be, split testing CTA, split testing your offer, your general offer in your emails. But throughout the process of split testing and refining it, we were able to generate around 40 to 50% open rate. This is what you guys should be aiming for. I want you guys to have a higher open rate than me, ideally. I want you guys to approach this standard. I want to set standards for you guys to hit, and I want you guys to aim high. All right, I want you guys to do well and aim high. So secondly is a 2% CTR or reply rate is considered decent and acceptable. All right, so out of, let's say, 1,000 emails, you should be getting around 20 clicks and 20 replies. That is what I call acceptable. You guys should be aiming higher though. Get more than 2%, guys. I really encourage you guys to do that and really spend time in your niche. Spend time, doing cold emails. Spend time kind of seeing what works and what not. Spend time in the trenches. Therefore, you're able to figure out what works in your niche and industry and what doesn't. All right. So thirdly is a 0.4% booked call rate as the baseline. Okay. So we were getting that from the beginning. I don't want to give you guys too high of an expectation. So start off with 0.4% book call rate. These are the stats you guys should be aiming for, and I want you guys to hit those. So these are the steps that I would recommend you guys take. I wish I had someone telling me this and giving me some guidance when I was first starting out. But here's what you should do. Send volume when starting out. Don't really care too much about the personalization. Just kind of send out some volume, see how you're getting replies, where you're getting replies, what kind of business owners are giving replies. Now take a look at what you're working with, right? Send a lot of emails and see what sticks. And then kind of take a look at what's sticking and repeat that. Business is all about doing what works and repeating what works. All right, not kind of experimenting with different stuff all the time and having your mind all over the place. Okay. So secondly, iterating and changing up your offer. All right. So once you send, let's say 1,000 emails per week, then you want to take a look at what's working, take a look at your stats. This leads to my next point. Keep a look at your stats and then change it up and see what works. Split test, see what doesn't work. You should always have a bird's eye view, a macro site of your business, but you all should also be very, very aware of your micro. And once you start getting some replies and maybe a little bit of traction, some replies, then you take a look at what's working and kind of personalize it more and see how that changes. And ideally, you want to strike that balance so you're not spending too much time on it, and yet it does not affect the reply rate too much. So you want to strike that balance. All right, guys. So the part where you've all been waiting for is the script, the exact email that I use to close this 5K per month retainer client. I'm going to reveal it in the next slide. And I want you guys to actually sit still and take a read for just a minute or two. I'm just going to wait with you guys and just let you guys read this. Take a look and digest what I'm writing here. So, all right, guys, let me just break down the individual elements of the email. So first of all, you got to address the business owner name And secondly, what I call this is an icebreaker. All right, guys, so this is the template. So it's a name, you address them, you have your icebreaker, and then kind of a transitional phase into what you do. So transitioning into why you even bothered to do your research in the first place, how this, serves them and how this serves you. Kind of like identifying maybe a gap or, a problem in their, Facebook ad strategy, because I offer Facebook ad services. And then that transitional line is probably really important to, actually lead on to, what you do, right? So I own an agency specialized in Facebook. We serve fitness and nutrition e-commerce businesses across the 70 clients we work with. It's great practice, to cycle in new creatives each week, kind of like cycling back into, what they're missing out, why they're not doing that in the first place. And I recorded a Loom video just diving deep into our case studies, what we've done for our other clients, the results that we've generated, and kind of the visuals, we've been working on for our other clients, because our creative designs are quite strong. So I wanted to include that in our Loom video as well. And I also, talked about the importance of cycling in new creatives every single week. And of course, you have to have a CTA, all right, guys? So the cookie cutter script is address a name, icebreaker, transitional phase, offer, and then linking to a Loom video. I really recommend using Loom if you guys are doing personalization for your emails. And then CTA, and of course a really quick and subtle, thanks for the workout motivation once again. This client, they sell, fitness gear, gym gear, powerlifting gear, and supplements. So that's why I took a look at their Instagram page and really got motivated for the workout, and just be completely honest with them. So this is the exact email that I use, guys. If you guys, found value out of this slide, please drop a like down below and subscribe to my channel. Most of you guys aren't subscribed to my channel so far, so I really appreciate if you do, if you guys want more content coming out. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed that script and email that I used to close that 5K per month client. So this is the general skeleton that I want you guys to be using for your own cold emails. So kind of just relating back to the script, first of all, we had the relevant intro or icebreaker. And then secondly, we had that transitional phrase, and then transitioning into, identifying a pain point or something that they're lacking in their marketing strategy, in their Facebook ad strategy, that you could maybe potentially solve for them. So having and inducing some sort of pain, making them feel that pain, and actually inducing curiosity as well. Providing a solution, but not fully solving their solution, just providing a way which you could solve their problem, and not really providing much insight into it, not really explaining anything. So they just want to know more, and actually gets them to ultimately book a call with you. And of course, at the end of your email, you have to include a CTA. And maybe you guys could even include a 6th step, which is, like the really subtle PS at the end of the email, saying, PS, hey, thank you for, reminding me to work out and take my pre-workout. So yeah, this is the general structure. So if you guys want to, you could take this down, take note of it, or screenshot it if you guys want. So yeah, so take some inspiration from this slide and apply it to your own emails. So let's move on to the next slide, which is cold email best practices. All right, so the first thing that you guys need to do is optimize for mobile. All right, guys, most business owners every day, they're checking their phones. I have my phone next to me right now, right? If I got sent an email, I don't have notifications turned on, but once I check my email, I pretty much always do 99% of the time, check it on my phone. So you kind of have to optimize it for mobile screen. And secondly is that business owners treat their inbox as a to-do list. All right, so they're checking their inboxes every day, maybe every morning before they go to work, or once they get to work, they check their email. They treat it as their inbox. Business owners, think about what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. They might be traveling to the office, maybe they check their emails on the subway or on the train to their office, or they even just check it, once they get to the office with a cup of coffee or something, have a coffee in their hand and then scrolling their mobile phone, checking their emails. So it's more of a to-do list. They're thinking to themselves, what do I need to do today? Is there anything urgent in my inbox that I need to do? You want to be ideally at the top of their inbox, and then also have a cool subject line and great email content, of course, to follow up and supplement that, right? And think, in terms of the business owner's shoes. What are they doing on a day-to-day basis? What are they doing when they're checking their email? Really live in their shoes for a little bit and take a look at how you can implement, the script and your strategy into their lives, right? So generally keep the emails short and to the point. If you guys are doing, kind of more long form personalized emails, and it's really important that you guys do keep in mind that you need to grab their attention and keep their attention if you guys do or are sending longer form emails. So the next good practice is using broken lines. So you might have noticed here that, I kind of split all these into lines, right? Not having all the content condensed into one paragraph. So, a bit of copy tip there. And that's why I really stress the importance of, iterating and kind of refining your offer, because from my experience sending thousands, 100,000 of emails, I've noticed, from my experience that, breaking them up makes it easier to read, and also eliminate redundant words and or sentences. If you're adding some extra words which don't add to the point or improve your offer or improve the strength of your message, then it's really redundant. So eliminate that, make sure it's short and to the point, and treat it as you're like, you're emailing maybe like a 10-year-old kid, right? Their attention span is short. Make sure that you're hooked. You grab their attention in the first 3 seconds and then keep their attention. All right, so that's the cold email best practices from my experience from sending hundreds and thousands of emails. So this leads back to my point of, optimizing for mobile, right? Their mobile screen only takes up so much space, so you don't want the business owner to be scrolling too much. You don't want them to put in so much work and burning so many calories to actually read your email. If it's hard to read, chances are they're not going to click or reply at all. So it's really important that you guys keep it prompt. If it's a long form email, as I've said just now, make sure that you grab their attention and keep their curiosity and never really solve that curiosity. So it's really important you induce curiosity and never solve their curiosity. Keep them on their toes and, make sure that you hook them with the icebreaker. Hey Hugo, what if I actually can't get my message across quick enough? What if I can't really condense it into, a few sentences? Then if you are sending longer form emails, then just remember, hook them, induce curiosity, never solve their curiosity, and have a solid offer with guarantee. And of course, I forgot to add here is have a great CTA. It also really helps out if you include your website at the bottom of the email. So it just really gives them credibility. If they want to, if they feel like it, they can check it out. If they don't, it's all right. So having your website there really does increase the credibility as well. This is one of the most important slides of this training. So everyone stresses, oh, how do I send cold emails properly? How do I actually get them sent in the inbox? How do I get replies? But, signing deals is ultimately in the follow-ups. All right, guys. So average book call requires at least 3+ follow-ups. I signed a 10K per month retainer client, and that took me 27 to 32 follow-ups, like back and forth. A lot of these, replies that you'll be getting, unfortunately are going to be, like, oh, sorry, we're already working with another agency, or maybe I'm not interested, or, I'm on vacation, or they're actually not in the office at all. And maybe sometimes, those business owners aren't even in the business anymore. So you guys need to deal with a lot of different types of rejections, and maybe sometimes they even tell you to fuck off. So remember, guys, to spend time in the follow-ups and objection handle in your emails. If they're telling you, please remove me from your email list, or please unsubscribe. So when I was just starting out, I even got some replies saying, we do not understand what you're offering. So that is really great research and development. You guys can use that to really change up your offer. So make sure that your offer in your emails are easily readable. Don't use so many crazy fluff and terminology to really explain your offer. And if they actually reply with a positive response, then you can even follow up with more Loom videos. All right, so make sure that you guys spend time in follow-ups, handle them well, objection handle, and send over more Looms. Make sure that you guys close the deal. All right, so now let's move on to tools. All right, so what are the tools that you guys need in order to successfully send, great cold emails? So let's dive right in. All right, guys, so the first tool that I really highly recommend you guys use and hop on right away, right after this video and register for an account is Google Workspace. All right, so this allows you to, run a domain by a domain and then have multiple emails under that domain so you can start sending emails, efficiently. So if you guys scroll down here, I'll include this link in the description. So just, scroll down, and it's usually just $12 a month. If you want to get started, it's $6 USD, but I'm currently on the $12 per month plan. It's super cheap. It's pretty much a negligible price for your business, considering how many clients you'll be signing on. This also allows you to use Google Meets. And you guys can, have video recordings for those too if you guys want to use Google Meets, but I highly recommend you guys use Zoom, which leads me to my next point. So the second tool that I recommend you guys use is Zoom. Okay, guys, so I really stress the importance of using Zoom for, taking your sales calls, because first of all, this allows you to show your face. Second of all, you can record your calls so you can go through them and watch game film, see what you're doing right. And you guys can start off with the free plan first. But once you guys start racking up some calls and getting your calendars filled up, you guys could upgrade to the pro plan once you reach a certain threshold of your business. So that is the second one, Zoom, for taking calls. The third tool I highly recommend you guys use is Calendly. You guys can start off with the basic plan, but I do use a $16 per month one. We do have multiple people hopping in on our weekly client calls for all our clients. You guys can start off with the basic plan for all of these softwares, for Google Workspace, for Zoom, for Calendly. But then once you reach that threshold, then feel free to upgrade to your specified or required needs. All right, so the fourth tool that I use for sending emails is Lemlist. All right, so if you guys hop into lemlist.com, again, I'll include all these links in the description below, but we're currently sitting at the agency one. All right, we're using the agency plan. It allows you to warm up your emails and also send them efficiently. This includes email warm up, email outreach, and sales engagement. So you guys take a look at the plan. I'm not going to dive in too deep into the functions of Lemlist. You guys can take a look for yourself. Yeah, feel free to sign up for an account. You guys can start for free. But yeah, make sure that you guys are warming up your emails first, all right? So the importance of warming up your emails is that if you don't warm up your emails will get sent into the spams and promotions folder. So it takes, a rack up time for the emails to warm up. So this is why I always stress the importance of just getting things done fast. Just start now. So then this gives you more time to warm up your emails, and then you're able to, effectively land in your business owner's inbox and not in the spams or promotions folder. All right, so the next tool that I highly recommend that you guys use, actually, I think it's essential pretty much, is Loom. So a supplementation to your cold email outreach is including Loom videos in your personalized emails. So if you guys go to loom.com, again, I'll include all these links in, description below. You guys can start off with a free plan. Once you start racking up some of that storage space and actually filling up that storage space, filled with recordings on your Loom account, you guys can upgrade to a business plan, which is the plan that we're using for my agency at the moment. All right, guys, so really, take a look at the website and just register for one. Don't think about it. Just register for a Loom account and then just, fully send it, guys. So I forgot a bonus tool that I use is Google Calendar. This really helps me keep my calendar organized because I'm hopping on multiple calls every single day. It also allows you to set notifications, 10 minutes or 15 minutes prior to a call, you get notified. I usually have Google Calendar notify me 3 to 5 minutes prior to a meeting. So if you guys want to get more organized and you really have a place to really take a look at where your calls are going, how many calls you have that day, Google Calendar is a great tool to use. Okay, so I just wanted to summarize the video in this section of the module is, first of all, is that you need to personalize your emails. It's your biggest asset when conducting cold emails, compared to and versus, running paid ads, which you can only have a certain message sent to a certain amount of audience or an interest in terms of Facebook ads, let's say. Secondly is to use Loom videos to supplement your personalization. And you guys don't have to send Loom videos, but I highly recommend it. It just further adds credibility. Business owners are able to see, how you talk, how you conduct yourself, how you present your business, how you present your offer. Just having, your facial expressions and, your hand gestures really adds a different dynamic to, sending outreach. And most people aren't doing this. So I really do highly recommend you guys spend 5 minutes, an extra 5 minutes, just personalizing your emails and sending, a nice message to the business owner and just making them feel good. And don't forget to charm them, all right? So work on your charm skills. Yeah, thirdly, don't overthink, all right? Most people just never really start and they just get tired of cold emails. Just do the work and send the volume, right? Have fun, right? Most importantly is have fun and treat it as a learning experience, right? If you're getting some bad replies, so what? Thicken your skin. You treat the bad replies as R&D, how you could maybe iterate your offer, iterate your emails to, not sound as spammy. So always treat it as a learning experience. Don't take anything too seriously. Take criticism well. As a business owner, you need to be able to take criticism. Yeah, guys, so this was, the cold email short course. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I put in a lot of work for this video, so please do drop this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one, guys.